Yo, yo. So, I know it's been a long time coming. I know I've been saying I've been working on things and trying to drop these YouTube videos, just showing you like lifestyle, motivation, and what's going on in my everyday um, life, so to speak. So, let's go back to the beginning and then we can catch you up on what's going on now. So, in the beginning of the YouTube series that I was supposed to have out last year, it was supposed to be just about, ups and downs of like a day trader, emotionally, mentally, what you go through on the day to day, what time you should be getting up to get on the chart, how you should be doing your analysis, what you should be looking at, or what time you should be executing around, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, just to give people like just a real look, like the dedication and things that you need to be doing to actually succeed, because you can succeed in trading. I understand there's a lot of people that don't, a whole lot of people that don't. I know it's a lot of people that's faking it, but if you actually put in the work and you dedicate yourself, you are going to be successful, rich, wealthy, and then you can use that money from trading and put it in different avenues. Fast forward into now, I am the CEO of Codafe, which is a luxury fashion warehouse. They do everything. They have their own studios. We're kind of in the same lane, but I'm just keep it real. I kind of feel like creatively we're in a space where we're competing with the Chanel's, the Hermes, the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci, the Balenciaga, Burberry, like all of those brands that people love, the Chrome Hearts, the brands that's been around for a long time and they're still running. We pay homage to them, we appreciate them, because without them, we don't actually get to have our creativity and growing up and seeing that type of style, like the Fubu's and stuff, like when people was growing up. Like most of those brands aren't even out anymore, So we got to see the streetwear with certain brands, then we got to see the luxury side. We got to see the luxury warehouses, and how Balenciaga's been out, and they've been doing different little styles, but Versace has been out, over 100 years now. Hermes they started off doing horse saddles, and now they're switched over into like designer bags and stuff of that nature, right? So, I am CEO. My brother, which is my partner, he is the creative genius behind everything. Anything you see me wearing, the Codafe coat, the Black History Month, and this was just like small to us. It was big, but it was small to us. He actually made these coats, the Codafe coats for the Utah Grizzlies, which is a hockey team out there in Utah. He was the first Black designer, and at that time he was the full owner of the company. And he was in the news. He had a big rollout for him, red carpet and stuff. We got some new things coming on the way. You got to watch the University of Utah. Just watch when I say there's going to be some real big things coming their way, as far as fashion and how we blend the culture with the actual university. And it's going to like tell a story of fashion, but at the same time it's going to tell a story of just their school history, and make it all correlate together, where it's going to pop. It's going to give it a lot of flavor, should I say, right? So not only am I doing that, CEO of that, I'm still trading daily. That's never going to change. I'm still going to trade every single day. But I've been managing upwards of $400,000+ every month with my clients that I have. I kind of found, how do I say this? I kind of found peace in my strategy and how I execute trades, which I was taught by my actual mentor, Dave Teaches, DTFX, on YouTube. I think it's still DTFX. It might be Dave Trades Options now, because he's been really into the option sector, but originally it was DTFX. my boy, my brother, for sure. I scrapped everything I knew about trading, and I like adapted his methodology, the way he looked at the charts, everything, just to redo everything that I was doing, because I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. And if I see somebody that's doing something and they're as detailed as they are, I had to lock in. You know what I mean? So it's been a couple years. Me and my boy been rocking out, but the way he sees the charts, the way he executes on the trades, is like, it's beautiful. So yeah, I locked in with my brother, and I reconstructed my whole trading ideology, so to speak. But yeah, we're managing accounts now. Well, when I say we're, I'm talking about, I'm talking about Dave. He doesn't do that as of yet. But I have a trade copier system, so to speak, kind of, so to speak. With that, it actually is it's just like a wealth management group, whatever. It's called the Last 300. It's literally, I only take 300 people a year for that. I don't have time to be having thousands of clients and stuff, because in reality, somebody's going to lose when you're trading. It won't be me. It won't be any of my clients, but somebody's going to lose. And I started doing consultation calls about a month ago. So to weed out a majority of the people that were serious versus aren't serious, I started doing consultation calls. I started out 30 minutes, $500 for 30 minutes. If you're really serious about trading and you want to know how to get wealthy and you want to have something that's solid in every month, you would actually, put the money into yourself. You're investing in yourself. You're not just investing in, oh yeah, we're going to make sure this guy is trading for me. No, if you really wanted to like blow up and be something exponential, then you'll pay for the consultation call. The 30 minutes is nothing, but I upped it now, so I don't really do 30-minute calls anymore. Now I do $1,000 for a 1-hour call, and in the 1-hour call we discuss, let's see, how do I want to put it? I don't want to say strategy, because I already have strategy. We discuss, well, yeah, let's just say your strategy. How much money do you plan on making in the next, 12-month span? It's 240 trading days in a year if you're trading currencies, Monday through Friday, boom. But then you got holidays sometimes, so you might not get 240 trading days. Every day on a day-to-day basis, what are you pulling out of the market? What are you getting out of the market? You have to pay yourself every single day, Whether you pay yourself and you withdraw or not is up to you. But I'm saying pay yourself as in you have to make money every single day. So I strategize a plan to where you can actually benefit from the market. When they say, oh, it's not a trading day, it's not a trading day. Every day is a trading day. Every single day is a trading day. So what I do is I go over, in an overview, in a 1-hour overview, we go over where your goals are, what are you looking at as far as like return for the end of the year. I tell you the minimum that it takes for you to get into my part of the trade copier system as far as management and stuff like that. And we just really go on a journey to where I get very personal. Like, hey, what's something that brings you trauma, that brings you pain, And most people financially, when they think about not having that, that's a pain. And then I'm the solution in that sense, right? So I really been just dialing in and making sure that all of my clients, I can actually build with, bond with, look at them like family, versus you going to like a TD Ameritrade or like a Charles Schwab type thing where, you just messing with somebody that's a inside banker, or they're just a trader, and then you put your money in there and you make 10% a year or something like that. 10% is trash. I'm just being honest. I'm not a financial advisor that has degrees and stuff, but I don't know why they taught that in school, to where they would be like, oh yeah, you made 3% this year. You should be happy. you can't live off 3% of anything. Like, you shouldn't even be drinking 2% milk, goddammit. So I just, put my little team together to where I can schedule calls. Boom, we get on a call for like an hour. I go in, like I said, I go over the strategy. I go over, what's your biggest fear, and like, as far as financials and stuff, and like what pains you, and then, we talk it out like brothers and sisters for real. We really get like a family bond going. And I say, boom, okay, well, this is what I do. This is the percent that I do. It's a one-time fee for the year, which is $10,000 up front, paid before we even start. And then after that, this is what you should expect monthly, exponentially, growth-wise. This is your minimum baseline, and then this is your maximum. So we go over all of that. And it's been pretty good so far. I've weeded out a lot of bullshit. I'm nowhere near the 300 threshold that I need yet, which is fine. I'm probably like at 120, 125-ish, like something around there. But the thing is, once I get to that 300, unless somebody drops out of that 300, like they don't want to be a part of it anymore, they got enough money, enough revenue to where they, I want to go put my money in real estate. I don't really want to have all my money tied up in trading, like stuff like that, then, it'll be one of those. But until then, we're not filled up to the 300 mark yet. I'm only taking 300 people though. I kind of feel like the way I'm doing the last 300 is, look, if you can't go on a trip with me, you can't go on a yacht with me, I can't trust you around like family, you shouldn't even be a part of that group in the first place. Like the consultation call and everything is kind of like an interview for you, not for me, but for you, to see if you fit within my puzzle, within my algorithm of what I'm doing. Because, when I look at the trading markets, when I look at Forex, when I look at crypto, when I look at options, stocks, all of the different like venues, like places that they have like trading, trading, you trading this, you trading that, you trading this, you trading that. You trade your time for money, that's every day when you go to job, so I look at all of those different sectors and I say, you can make it in every single one of those sectors, but what are you the best at? Where do you dial in at? Like, what do you have going on to where you can do this consistently, It's not about, oh yeah, I make money in here. It's, can you do it again? Can you get up the next day and do it again? And it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong about the trade, because it'll be times that you'll be wrong about the trade, but that's why you have like stop losses in place and stuff like that. It's about, can I get up every day? See, I get up like 1 o'clock. Can I get up every day, dial into the market, see where I want to see, do what I want to do, go where I want to go, dissect what I need to dissect out the market, then go about my day. I don't have to worry about, hey, am I getting up and being late for a job to go punch in somewhere? I look at jobs and I know I'm gonna get ridiculed for this, but I've worked jobs before, trust me. I did security, I worked in warehouses, I've done all type of jobs, I've done plenty of jobs. But there's gonna be people that do jobs, and there's gonna be people that don't do jobs. There's gonna be people that are like entrepreneurs, things of that nature or whatever. There's gonna be people that are straight hustlers. The way I look at jobs though, like actually clocking in, I don't agree with anybody going to make another company richer. I don't. That's why I don't have my own company, because essentially that means if I have my own company, I would have to have employees, and then my employees will have to do a service or add to my product to make my company better. And at that point, I know people, this where I said people gonna get mad at me. They're slaves. That's modern day slavery to me. I feel like, in a sense, it's just wage slavery. If I'm telling you, hey, you're gonna make $32 an hour, And that $32 an hour sounds very appealing for what you need to do. You trying to take care of your house, you're trying to do this, trying to do that, you got kids, you got a new car, you're trying to pay the note on, you know, you're getting your credit together, you know, that $32 an hour sounds appealing. But the things that I'm asking you to do for that $32 an hour is not worth that $32 an hour. So there are different avenues that you can do. There's things that you can do to invest to get yourself over the hump so you don't have to worry about jobs anymore. So that's just how I feel about jobs in general. I feel like you use a job for however long you need to use it for, and then when you're done with that, you should be on to the next thing. You should be enjoying your time with your kids, your grandkids, your mom, your dad, your family. Even if you don't have no family, go travel, go do something, but you should be enjoying your time because you don't know when your time is up on this earth. You should be enjoying your time, you know, doing other things besides making somebody else richer, because all you're doing is adding to their company. You need to add to self. I'm not saying be selfish, but at the end of the day, if you pass away, if you die, that company's going to replace you. Plain and simple. The show don't stop because of you, you know? Like, as soon as you pass away, like, the show must go on. And that goes, it's the same thing with me. Like, I'm not the only trader in the world. So you think about it. If I was managing 300 accounts right now and my daughter doesn't know how to trade, or the people around me don't know how to trade, and I was managing your accounts, you would just have to find another trader or learn how to trade yourself, you know? But I mean, your methodology might not be the same. You might not have the same expertise. You might not be able to know how to execute the same way I do, but anything that you desire, you can go and do it, you know? And you will figure it out that way. So pretty much, yeah, that's about it, really. Just came on here to talk to everybody and say, you know, hey, look, this journey, this is just video one. I'm not doing no editing either. So whatever you hear is what you hear. It's not something that's, oh yeah, he cut this part out. He cut, no, it's not no editing. No editing done. Only time you're gonna see some edited videos is when you start seeing me later on down the line taking you on the jets and on the planes and on the yachts, and there's gonna be conversations that, hey, my camera guy gonna be recording the whole time, but you can't hear some of them conversations. You know, those are different tax bracket conversations, honestly. But yeah, I still take you with me so you can see the lifestyle. Everything's gonna be just motivational purposes only. You know, just show, hey, just look, you can do it. You can get through it. Whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it's trade, you could be looking at this video and get inspired just to go harder playing basketball. You can just look at this video and be, man, that man talking about fuck a job. He talking about he don't want a job. Excuse my French, YouTube. But you know, he shouldn't be saying this. But then when you start looking at yourself and you look in the mirror, I know you get tired. Like, I know you get tired of getting up and that gotta put on a certain attire to go to work. Like, I'm always in my pajamas, dude. Always. I'm just up. And then I get to, after I'm done trading, I go about my day. I go work out, I go to the gym, get up some shots, you know. Actually, I'm an assistant coach right now for a girls team at my daughter's like college prep, like high school, you know what I mean? I still help out with the boys too. I'm coaching everywhere. I'm doing whatever I want to do. I trade, then boom, I go coach, then, you know, get to kick it with my kids. I'm free as a bird, you know? I know y'all like that, free as a bird. My name Bird, you like that, right? Okay, so, I mean, I just tell people all the time, like, if you don't have the time, you know, you can never actually do what you need to do in this life, like in this lifetime at least. My favorite thing about currency is that I get my time back. So that is my currency. Time is my currency. I have more time because I've made the right decisions, and I trade for myself, and I trade for other people. You know, I manage other people's accounts. You know, I get it all together where boom, all right, when I make a trade right here, I got 1,000 pips right here. Boom, or I got 1,000 pips right there over a 3-month span. Or boom, now I trade with 1,000 lots. That's $10,000 a pip. You know, boom. It go 3 pips. Some people gonna say, you just win 3 pips. You know, I'm seeing 35 pips. I'm trading Nas 100 and seeing 350 pips. I'm trading US 30 and seeing 1,200 pips. Okay, that's fine. But what are you trading at though? You trading at $1, $10. Some people are scary. Some people don't even take it at, oh, I'm gonna trade 10 lots to be 100 a pip, or I'm gonna trade 50 lots to be 500 a pip. You know what I mean? Or even if you're not trading that, you really can't even say nothing to me in the first place. You could be trading 100 lots and 1,000 a pip. You're still nowhere near me timeline wise to where I'm at, you know. And I'm trying to get all of my clients into that threshold to where when I sit them down, you know, we have Zoom calls, we have Microsoft team meetings a lot. Sit them down on a Friday. Hey, look, so-and-so, you know, account getting there. Your account at this ... number. Hey, I think we should ramp it up as far as percentage-wise, what you trade at per lot size, you know, per pip. Boom, I'm averaging about 32 pips per day on this. Yeah. All right, so yeah, I know you're making your 3,200 every day, or you making your 32 grand every day. But now, let's put you in the same shoes as me. You know what I mean? As Mr. Miyagi. You be Daniel's son, I'm gonna show you I'm Mr. Miyagi real quick. Now let me show you something. Boom. Now I flip that camera around. I flip that screen around. I'm showing them. And they seeing these numbers are colossal, gargantuan. And they saying, I want more. And it's not them being greedy. It's just them saying, I want more. And I'm looking at them and I'm telling them, hey, look, now this is a bigger risk. This is a bigger reward. Now, boom, you put in your initial, you know, your deposit. You have made that 10 times over. Now I'm telling you, hey, it's time to go for it, you know? And boom, most people, they'll say, okay, well, I'm gonna just give you a number. I put in 20,000, I'm at 150,000. Okay, let me pull out 130,000 and start back over at the 20. And then next time you get to 100, just let it rock. You know what I mean? Now do what you doing, 1,000 a pip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 1,000 lots, 10,000 a pip, 1,000 lots. And man, they'll see so much faster exponential growth because now you playing with bigger numbers. You in the big league with that. You know, boom. You said you look up. If I trade and it goes 3 pips, I'm like, I just made 30,000 a day. Okay, my average, I haven't taken a trade that's been under 7 pips, or like if it goes 8 pips and I'm moving my stop loss into the profit 5 pips, I just guarantee myself $50,000 regardless. You know what I mean? And then I'm doing that, and then when I'm doing that, currently I'm trading on that, and 120 other accounts is mimicking my entry, my stop loss, my exit. Now they might not have the same lot size as me, you know, because their account size, it depends, their lot size depends on their account size. So that might vary, you know, but once they get to account size that's 200,000, 300,000, why you playing with your food? Like, finish your breakfast. Like, boom, you can go in easily and extract 10, 20,000 every day. And people looking at it like, oh no, that's risky. No. What's risky is you getting up and having to sit in traffic and having to go to TJ Maxx or Target or wherever you're going to get some work clothes and being fired possibly because you didn't do XYZ right, or because you've been coming to work with an attitude, or because you've been messing around with your boss and his wife then found out about it, and now the CEO then found out, then a higher chain of command, and you know, you got you a work wife, you know what I'm saying? You got a wife at work, you know, you got you a husband at work, you got a work husband, a work wife, and now you done messed up shit at the crib. You know what I mean? You messed up stuff at home. Like, that's what's dangerous. Me taking the risk and me being skilled and educated and an expert in what I do and how to get in, extract money, and get out, you know, it's no risk for me. It's no risk for me. So I look at it like that. And then I tell people this, same thing with Forex. It's a $1 trillion market, billion-dollar market. I'm not taking trillions of dollars every day. I'm not taking billions of dollars every day. I know people say, oh, the liquidity went here, the pool went there, the pool. Dude, I'm pulling 20K. I'm pulling 30K. I'm pulling 50K. I'm extracting that every day. I know where I'm targeting. I know where to get out at. I know where to move my stop loss at if it comes back. And if it comes back and takes me out of my stop loss earlier than the target that I have, that's fine. I'm still in the green. I'm still in the green. I'm not in the red, regardless. And then every day that money compounds. I withdraw probably once a month. I might withdraw once every other month sometimes. You know what I mean? So I tell people that when they think about this market, don't be afraid. If you want to learn, I tell people all the time, DTFX on YouTube, jump on that playlist, the free playlist. You don't even have to be in the damn Discord. You don't have to even do that. It's a whole waiting list for the Discord. He is very specific with how he picks his people. You know what I mean? So you can go and watch his free stuff, free 99, and make a killing. And I'm not even talking about the advanced concepts and how we looking at certain areas to do this and the reverse here and to do that. And even if it's doing this on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, we can still extract money we can extract money on selling something when it's in an uptrend, and we know it's going up still, but we right here at this area where we can extract this and boom, get some money selling here until we get to the part where we know it's going right back up. You know what I mean? It's not even worth sitting here and saying, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing, or I can't do this. It's a free playlist. The playlist is long, pause, but it's just if you could sit here and go to college for 4 years, you can look at a video for 4 hours and take notes and watch it over and over and over and over and over again and drill it in your head and make sure that you're on point with it. And boom, now when you start executing, it's like you've seen this, you've seen it, you've watched the chart, you've watched what's going on here. If this does this, then boom, this does that. This does this, then boom, this reacts like that. You know what I mean? You can see it in real time. If you go and back test it, you can see it in real time. There's nothing else to do when you're trying to learn how to trade but back test. Back test everything you hear, you see, back test it. That's how you know the validity of it. If you know, hey, he said this, blah, 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 blah. Go back test it. Now you done seen it. Front and center, you done seen it. And you back test it again. You see it again. You back test it again. Then now you can say, damn, yeah, this got a win rate of this. Because everything doesn't play out exactly how you would think. But it's I know if I'm in this area and I'm waiting for this to happen, it comes here and I take the trade, I buy stop out of this area, or I sell stop out of this area, or it taps into this and I buy out of here. I know where my stop loss is going. I know if it takes me out where I can re-enter, if different idea. I'm on point. I'm on point. And you could be on point too, but you have to really put in the charting hours. You got to be on that screen. You got to really lock in, Anybody could do it. Anybody could do it. I don't personally coach trading. Coach basketball, won't coach trading. Unless it's my children or a family member. I don't repeating myself a whole lot. I'm gonna say that. I repeat myself when I'm in practice, I'm demonstrating, I'm going through a drill, I might show somebody I get in a defensive stance, or it might be going through a play, I do that over and over. That's what I love to do. I grew up playing basketball, so that's fine. But me having to tell you what to do over and over and over and over and over on the chart, nah, won't see me doing it. Maybe eventually 20 years from now when I get old and where I get seasoned and just don't have nothing else to do when my kids are off making billions somewhere, trying to go to NASA or whatever, or trying to go to the moon or whatever. Like, when they just figuring out other shit to do besides get on my nerves, or like be up under me, or daddy, I need this, daddy, I need that. When they're off doing their own thing, then I might get bored and want to like actually teach. But nah, I don't think I will. For now, I'm good just managing and telling everybody, hey, look, put your money here. Let me manage the rest. Boom, boom, boom. This is what I'm acquiring for the year. 10,000 is nothing. You're gonna make 3-4 times X on that money regardless. You putting in 20,000 in your account, you're gonna see at least 300,000. Like, come on now, like that 10,000, you shouldn't be worried about it. After you pay that and you load your account and I do everything and configure everything the way I gotta do it, you're gonna see it and be like, this is probably the craziest dude alive. He's probably a fucking asshole, but when he's talking about financial alchemist, like a wizard with this, yeah, you know what he's doing, So, yeah, I just wanted to jump on here and just finally give y'all that video that I feel like people deserve, because I go ghost. And when I go ghost is because I'm thinking, I'm structuring, I'm meditating, I'm getting life stuff together, I'm getting financial things to a different plateau. Me and my brother talk about it all the time. We going for colossal. We're going for gargantuan, like levels that people don't feel like it's possible. We're going past that. And yeah, we just, it was just time. It was just time to give you guys that video. Part 2 of this video will be coming, but it'll be more like a vlog type thing. Maybe not. Maybe not. It'll be, I have like my video guy with me, following me to like our next like fashion event or whatever, or our next time going out of town and me meeting with like clients personal one-on-one. And I ask them, depending on what client it is, like, okay, hey, do you mind if I film this for YouTube? Do you want me to blur your face out? Like stuff like that, just, cause I want to be able to be doing those things and have the actual consent of that person. I don't want to get into no type of trouble. They might not feel comfortable on camera and stuff like that. So yeah, peace, man. Everybody keep y'all head up. So you need me, you know what's going on, man. I told you I'm gonna leave the Tidy Cow, I'm gonna leave my link in the description. Like everybody else, you want to talk to me, don't try DMing me. I'm not answering that shit. Don't try to call me. Gotta book the call, that's how I know you serious, Any details you need, hey, there it is.